Out of my 74 different jobs working in restaurants, one was at a steakhouse. I was a food runner, and one of the perks of food running, you're closer with the chef, and in turn you get a little more food thrown your way. Sure, the servers make more money, but I have social anxiety. I don't feel like dealing with customers. So at the end of the night, worn down, fifth espresso shot wearing off, one of the assassins on broiler threw me the best steak I've ever tasted. I am making that today, for the first time, of course. Welcome back to Bourdain.
Everybody should know how to use a knife. Use everything, waste nothing. Let's start at the beginning. It ain't that hard, okay?
I'm Mitch May. That's Momo. I'm learning how to cook every recipe in here by Anthony Bourdain. So today is a classic French preparation of steak. Steak au poivre. This steak is pepper encrusted, seared, and cooked how you like. As I've said, this is my favorite steak, but I have something to admit. I've never made a steak. I've made like cheese steaks and things like that, but I've never prepared like an actual steak to medium rare. So let's break it down before I start drooling. 2 8-ounce steaks. Filet mignon is what it's called for this recipe. I'm cutting the steak quantity in half. I do not have $60 to make steaks that I have never made for the first time and possibly them up. 2 ounces or 56 milliliters of olive oil. 2 ounces or 56 grams of peppercorns. 4 ounces or 112 grams of butter. 1 ounce or 28 milliliters of good cognac. The guy at the liquor store did tell me you could just get brandy. I'm not doing that. 4 ounces or 110 milliliters of strong, dark veal stock. And a tiny bit of demi-glaze. It took some time to make it, but now I have 25 cubes of flavor-enhancing goodness in my freezer. And note, traditional steak au poivre is made with a cognac sauce, but I'm gonna be adding a little extra cream to add some body to this sauce. Grab Bourdain's book. I have it linked down below in the description. Let's get making this thing. From what I saw, there's a few methods to crush these bad boys up. I don't have a mortar and pestle. I do have, however, a pot that can crush them. Not very effective at all. Yeah, that ain't doing shit. So just get them in a towel, beat them up. Fold it. I'm just gonna beat it with a meat mallet. Get in there. Kind of like an inconsistency with crushing them. I think this is more effective. Whew! That is what I like to see. Nice and broken up, but not super broken, if that makes sense. Take a little sieve action so we don't have any tiny little grains that will burn in the pan. Sieve away. And this I suppose we could use for a little seasoning. Clean up, now we pepper our steaks. The lovely filet mignons. I'm actually gonna utilize the towel and pepper and crust there. Get this down. I've been tempering for about half an hour to an hour. So just press them in. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sneeze though. Ooh. Get another one. Oh, give me a break. Press her down here. There we go. So we have our steaks crusted in lovely pepper. Next up, I'm gonna let these temper for about half an hour more, and then go to the skillet. While that pan is coming up to temperature, I have to try this. I never had cognac before, let alone good cognac. That's how I did it in Italy. Burns, like I guess that feels good, burn in my throat, my chest, but I don't even know if this is good cognac. If it is, let me know. If it's not, I'm probably gonna just throw it out. Just kidding. This was $25. Let's sear this shit. Heat the oil in the skillet over high heat. So one variation for me, I'm gonna get that pan hot, but I'm not gonna add the butter until the first flip because butter browns, butter burns, and Bourdain even has here a note on searing. With any recipe that calls for searing meat, be careful to avoid blackening the pan. Your sauce will taste burnt. I've done that in the past. It's heavy with the oil, but again, we're doing 2 steaks instead of 4. Place the steaks in the pan and brown on all sides about 5 minutes per side. There's a whole lot of ton oil. Too much ton oil. No going back now. What I'm doing is actually using the peppercorns as a barometer. When I see the peppercorns that have come off get a little toasty, that's what I'm gonna flip. Whew. Hit it with our butter. I don't really know how to test when it's done. The thing I heard where like if you poke your finger, it's rare, it's medium rare, burnt, well done. And let me know your preferred temp for steak. If it's well done, that's completely fine. Food is what you like. I definitely recommend trying medium or medium rare if you haven't. There, it's all right. Transfer the pan to the oven. Oh, stuff in there. We're gonna have it sitting there for like 3 minutes. This is also a good time for our comment of the week. Chris Ford, you just ordered the book. It's freaking awesome. I hope you can learn from what I'm making and make these dishes even better than me. So let's pull these bad boys out. I think they're cooked actually really well. I'm not gonna jinx it though. And we're gonna make our sauce. Carefully stir in the cognac. Stirring and scraping with the wooden spoon to get every scrap. Now, cook it down a bit by about half. Stir in the veal stock and the demi glaze and reduce over medium heat until thick enough to coat the back of the spoon. Whisk in the remaining butter and season with salt and pepper. Pause. I'm not happy with the sauce at all. It's burnt, it's brown, doesn't taste good. I'm gonna try it again.
Julia Child presents Princess, you got to have developed what the French call je m'en foutisme. I don't care what happens. The sky can fall and omelets can go all over the stove. I'm gonna learn. I shall overcome. It's sort of woman's liberation. And if you're not gonna be ready to fail, you're not gonna learn how to cook. Voila.
Happy with the sauce? Let's find out. I do not have words for what I just put in my mouth. That's what she said. This is exceptional. And I f***ed up. The way the pepper works with the creamy sauce, holy f***ing balls. I'm very happy with how I cooked that. That's a solid medium rare. This is better than what I had at that steakhouse. What I would do different. I love Tony's way to cook the steak. Searing it and then popping it in the oven. When it's done, it's done. I gave it the finger test and that worked. One thing I'm not crazy about, and this is kind of like the theme with Bourdain's book, is it can be a little low on details, a little light. For example, he says when you're returning the skillet to stovetop, he doesn't say what temperature to cook everything off in, because as you saw, I was kind of out in the dark. I burned the butter, it separated, and it did not look good. Where Julia Child's recipe varies, add the butter at the end, off of heat to emulsify. But this would not be as good if I didn't use Tony's advice to add the demi-glace. It's a combination of things, and I'm actually happy I f***ed up because now I know why something happened and what I can do different. I'm gonna demolish this after this video. Thank you for subbing if you have, it means a lot. Chaotic as this gets, it tends to really bring me quite amount of joy. So thank you for watching. This was Back to Bourdain.
Stay organized, clean up after yourself, you do the best you can.